Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, December 12th, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 565 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Power Player of the Week, Dr. Robert Montgomery. Jail inmates work their tails off to rescue people trapped in the ruins of the Kentucky Candle Factory, says tornado survivor. Donald Trump, Bill O'Reilly event reportedly fizzles in Florida. Mark Meadows said he was surprised he didn't crack his phone's screen when he angrily dialed a Fox News editor on election night after the network projected Biden would win Arizona. Book. Will new bacon law begin? California grocers seek delay. I took a 12-hour Emirates flight from New York to Dubai on the Airbus A380 and it was the glamorous experience I had hoped for, even in economy class. A lab worker at Taiwan's leading research institute tested positive for COVID-19 after a mouse that had been infected with the virus bit her. A massive tornado ripped through Kentucky for more than 200 miles. Here's its path. Used car prices have been climbing for months. These 15 models are now worth more used than new. I went on my first cruise in 10 years aboard Celebrity Cruises' newest $1 billion ship and I'm still not convinced cruising is for me. Here's why. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Max Verstappen wins maiden F1 world title after dramatic Abu Dhabi Grand Prix ending, CNN. Chris Wallace to leave Fox News, The New York Times. Israeli leader to pay first visit to UAE as Iran tensions surge, Reuters. More than 80 killed in Kentucky after deadly tornadoes rip across several states, CNBC. Anne Rice, author of Interview with a Vampire, dies aged 80, The Guardian. G7 warns Russia of massive consequences if Ukraine is attacked, Reuters. California's governor pledges to model an assault weapons ban on Texas abortion law, NPR. Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon Review, IGN. 6 people killed in Illinois Amazon warehouse collapse after tornado, CNN. Peloton shares drop after and just like that shocker, Kazan.com. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Fox News anchor Chris Wallace to leave network after 18 years. Was deadly tornado storm system related to climate change? Crews search for the missing after devastating tornadoes. A big change could be coming to the price of insulin. Gothic novelist Anne Rice dead at 80. 36 last-minute gifts so good, you'll want to add them to your wish list too. Lonely Christmas turns MAGA horror show on Saturday Night Live. Billie Eilish mocks her own MRS, claws going to the club close in SNL monologue. Kate McKinnon finally back on SNL as frustrated Anthony Fauci. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Aviation student, professor attends space launch. Man stealing catalytic converter crushed to death. Professor arrested after child porn found on comp. Snowy owl makes an appearance along lakefront. Man's death in Ohio reopens Canadian cold case. Man arrested after 160 animals found at his home. Diaper drive ends tomorrow, aims for 1M diapers. 16-year-old studying nuclear physics at MSU. Officers try to stop man who stole school bus. Outgoing governor celebrates more than 700 pardons. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Haiti's leader kept a list of drug traffickers. His assassins came for it. Israeli leader is to meet Emirati prince, showcasing deepening ties. Chris Wallace to leave Fox News. Diplomats warn Russia of massive consequences if it invades Ukraine. Former aide says he was ordered to ignore subpoena over pandemic response. Toronto debt toll rises as states assess damage. No escape from the pandemic puppy bubble. A scientist's guide to understanding Omicron. Anne Rice, who spun Gothic tales of vampires, dies at 80. Max Verstappen wins Formula One title, passing Lewis Hamilton on last lap. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Oxford school officials accused of destroying school shooting evidence, judge orders them to preserve it. VP Harris sits down for image-boosting interview amid reported office turmoil. Hillary Clinton says Americans won and APIS, T and APIS, recognize our country and APIS, if Trump wins in 2024. Lindgren, Blue sent Canadians to sixth straight loss, 4-1. AZ mayor declares emergency after border chaos, and APIS, humanitarian crisis could be developing. Chorizo and cheese dip to make for your next game day spread. Vaccinated people no longer have to follow lockdown restrictions in Austria. Jazz beat Wizards 123-98, extend winning streak to 7 games. Survey by Biden and Trump 2020 pollsters suggests close contest in potential 2024 rematch. Chris Wallace announces departure from Fox News, and APIS, it and APIS, has been a great ride and APIS. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, December 12th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Travis Scott removed from Coachella 2022 lineup following deadly Astroworld tragedy. Millie the abused monkey is now living happily at Sanctuary, and even has a boyfriend Marmozet. Scott Borgerson, who secretly married Ghislaine Maxwell in 2016, is seen with a possible new love. Home stylist reveals how she transformed her home using Gyprock. Biden points to climate change in morning 84 killed by 30 tornadoes. Foodie shows off her easy recipe for the perfect creamy mushroom bruschetta. How sex trends changed in lockdown. New York City's notorious booze-fueled SantaCon goes off despite COVID Omicron concerns. Waitress is fired after group of Good Samaritans leave her a $4,400 tip. Is time up for James Corden, a TV firm that makes his Late Late Show? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Hamas says oxygen bottles exploded in Lebanon camp, not arms. Swimmers race across Hong Kong's Victoria Bay. Foo Fighters cancel F1 Abu Dhabi concert for medical reasons. Bosnian ski resorts benefit from lax antivirus measures. Sign carrier who caused Tour de France pile-up fined €1,200. Manuel Santana, tennis champion and Spanish national hero, dies at 83. Anxiety high in Guatemala over victims of Mexico truck crash. Germany's Fauci, a Harvard-educated doctor, gets ready to tackle the pandemic. 6 ways Russia views Ukraine, and why each should worry the West. She could have been Benin's first female president. She was just sentenced to 20 years in prison. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Women are capable of doing this, the doctor defying local laws to provide safe abortions by sea or mail. The Big Picture, a brilliant spark amid the darkness. It's having its moment, Georgia to offer litmus test for Trump and Democrats. March of the Trump Memoirs, Mark Meadows and other Republican reads. CNN mess over Cuomo shows dangers of news as entertainment. Kentucky tornadoes, up to 100 feared dead in historic U.S. storms. China's response to AUKUS deal was irrational, Peter Dutton says. Vasily Lomachenko targets campuses and titles after battering Khamenei. Australian government stares down calls to press UK and US for Julian Assange's release. Spanish bishop who married author of satanic erotica is stripped of powers. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Over 70 feared dead as 22 reported tornadoes rip through South, Midwest. Back-to-back, Young gives Alabama consecutive Heisman wins. Capitol rioters' social media posts influencing sentencings. Watchdog, federal anti-terror unit investigated journalists. Avalanche at Washington State ski resort kills 1, traps 5. Blue Origin mission complete recap, Michael Strahan reflects on trip to space. Woman charged with stealing $300K from California retailers. Battered survivors tell of Mexico truck crash that killed 55. Watch, Michael Strahan details the feeling of being in space. UK seeks unity at G7 meeting over Russia's malign behavior. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Italian church apologizes after bishop tells children Santa does not exist. Kentucky tornadoes, Biden reaches out to affected U.S. states. COVID, Brazil to demand proof of vaccination from foreign visitors. The Nigerian woman whose life changed when she visited a leprosy colony. The priests navigating Colombia's conflict zones. Meth and heroin fuel Afghanistan drugs boom. Your pictures on the theme of misty mornings. Isami, house breaks Christmas tree world record. Mexico truck crash, I woke up 50 meters from the truck. Kentucky hit by worst ever tornadoes. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Cities sue ghost gun parts manufacturers as homemade firearms are tied to more crimes. Illinois governor on collapsed Amazon facility. Biden reacts to devastating Midwest tornadoes. Kentucky governor estimates at least 70 dead after tornadoes, storms hit multiple states overnight. Bob Dole honored in Kansas hometown service. Governor, worst tornado in Kentucky history. CDC releases Omicron data, some Missouri health departments halt public COVID-19 work after letter from GOP politician, latest updates. AP Top Stories December 11th p. Today in history for December 12th. Dozens feared dead as tornadoes strike Kentucky. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. In response to Texas abortion ban, Newsom calls for similar restrictions on assault weapons. Beverly Hills firefighters sue over vaccine mandate they call experimental gene modification. French bulldogs stolen at gunpoint in the same neighborhood Lady Gaga's were taken. Man fights back, fatally shoots would-be robber near USC, police say. Column, Comfort Food Confessional, my lifelong quest to find, or create, the perfect chilaquiles. Mission accomplished, Beth Pratt raised millions for a freeway overpass for LA Cougars. State tells San Joaquin Valley agencies that groundwater plans are flawed. Uber and Lyft too expensive it lacks, you have options. Riverside County man is charged in serial rape case after attacks on 6 women. Arrest is made in fatal Pasadena crash that had jogger's husband searching for answers. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, December 12th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. No survivors expected to be found in Amazon warehouse collapse. More than 80 feared dead after tornadoes hit central, southern U.S. Activision Blizzard says active, transparent dialogue between leaders and employees better than unionization in email to staff. Deadly tornadoes leave path of destruction across 6 states. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Poll finds 77% of Brits less likely to obey COVID rules after Christmas party scandal. India, Narendra Modi's personal Twitter account was targeted by hackers who tweeted a link promising a Bitcoin giveaway. This comes as the government seeks to regulate cryptocurrency in the country. Israeli study supports Pfizer findings that booster provides strong protection against Omicron. The Gemini meteor shower peaks on December 14th. The forecast calls for a spectacular celestial show with 150+ meteors per hour, both Europe and the United States. Iran threatens sanctions against U.S. over treatment of Black Americans. Julian Assange has a stroke in Belmarsh prison. Fiancé blames extreme stress caused by U.S. extradition battle. Russia faces consequences if Ukraine invaded Truss. Barbados plans to introduce universal basic income. Russia records biggest temperature contrast in world since 1954. Germany's new finance minister announces billions in climate investments. Christian Lindner has made his debut as finance minister by announcing a €60 billion euro injection in the climate. The funds will be sourced from previously unused debt. China brands U.S. democracy weapon of mass destruction. The next headlines are from Forbes. San Francisco 49ers must hope rookie cornerback can survive trial by fire. The best new movies to stream on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Peacock and Disney Plus this weekend. Jacksonville Jaguars players, coaches allegedly frustrated with Urban Meyer. At least 77 dead after tornadoes rip through Midwest and southern states. Epic is giving away 15 free games in December according to leak. The holidays return to Universal Studios Hollywood, safely bringing crowds and jobs. Keanu Reeves thinks NFTs are a joke. Omicron could elevate England COVID deaths to between 25,000 and 75,000 over next 5 months, researchers say. New York Giants linebacker Blake Martinez offers update on his rehab. Don't look up highlights potential global catastrophe with dark humor. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,715,565,295 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. West Side Story falls flat at box office with disappointing $10 million debut. Veteran Helmer seeking first ever director win, roar back into Oscars race. Chris Wallace to leave Fox News Channel. BTS and IU emerge big winners amid excitement of K-pop's Hybrid Mama Awards. Anne Rice, interview with the vampire writer, dies at 80. Saturday Night Live cold open takes on Dr. Fauci, Omicron fears and Cuomo brothers rose. Kara Williams, star of The Defiant Ones and Pete and Gladys, dies at 96. Rock's Backpages celebrates 20 years of archiving, a museum of essential music journalism. iHeartRadio Jingle Ball lands in New York City with Ed Sheeran, Lil Nas X and self-described Swiftie, Jimmy Fallon. BTS wins Album of the Year at 2021 Net Asian Music Awards. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Photos, before and after satellite images reveal the extent of tornado's destruction. California's governor pledges to model an assault weapons ban on Texas abortion law. Vaccinators in Peru's Amazon are challenged by religion, rivers and a specialty. Anne Rice, the Gothic novelist who wrote Interview with the Vampire, dies at age 80. We're not dying of metastatic breast cancer, we're living with it. Southeast Asians are underrepresented in STEM, the label Asian boxes them out more. Tensions with China revive old fears for Indians of Chinese descent. Activists wanted Biden to revamp the justice system, many say they're still waiting. Photos, scenes from the deadly tornadoes in the South and Midwest. Video, drone footage captures devastating aftermath of Mayfield, Kai, tornado. The following headlines are from the week. Anne Rice, vampire novelist, dead at 80. In SNL Cold Open, Fauci presents COVID Christmas Showcase. NIT, secret anti-ISIS strike cell showed reckless disregard for civilian casualties. We cannot fill our glass if we're fighting over the last sip. 5 scathingly funny cartoons about the Cuomo brothers' downfall. Are overdraft fees going to be a thing of the past? The war in orbit. 6 charming homes in Charleston, South Carolina. Jeff Bezos launches Michael Strahan into space. Palestinians vote in municipal elections as support for Abbas slips. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Not just water, there could be frozen carbon dioxide on the moon too. Parker Solar Probe hurtles past the sun, making its closest approach so far. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, December 12th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Geminid meteor shower 2021 peaks December 13th to 14th. Comet Leonard closest to Earth December 12th. 3200 Phaeton, the Geminid's mysterious parent object. Geminids 2021, 10 tips for meteor watching. Cetus the whale swims in a celestial sea. The next news is from Politico. Western countries warn Bosnian Serbs against secessionist move. Global Britain struggles to get U.S. attention over steel fight. G7 ministers warn of strong response if Putin advances into Ukraine. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Boris Johnson faces fresh criticism over lockdown Christmas quiz. New Caledonia will stay French. Macron welcomes vote in Pacific territory. Fauci, booster shots for Americans won't deprive unvaccinated people around the globe. Chris Wallace leaving Fox News. De Blasio defends vaccine mandates, points to effectiveness in NYC. California governor wants Texas-like law to ban assault guns. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Verstappen wins dramatic Abu Dhabi showdown to claim driver's title. New Caledonia votes to stay French as separatists boycott referendum. Universities need to raise international student fees, says professor. Support for Johnson plunges amid scandals, Christmas quiz allegation. Bungling PM must brush up on his marketing skills. The unraveling of the Australian streaming service that shocked the football world. Newsreader Jennifer Keat on her big break and the best advice she's ever received. Pot stock management puts stop to related party transactions. Qantas nears multi-billion-dollar shopping spree to shape its future. One graph that shows why it's harder for millennials to buy a house. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Newswatch, this surprising investing strategy crushes the stock market without examining a single financial metric. Would you and I go into a building where we can see smoke? That's how one doctor sees New Year's Eve parties. The moneyest, my late mother's will was signed under suspicious circumstances. My father emptied her $2 estate and now lives with his much younger wife. The moneyest, my girlfriend is a busy woman. She told me to manage her investments and generate 10% returns. She got angry when I refused. The moneyest, am I the evil stepmother? I have one son. My husband has 4 kids and says we should split our estate 5 ways. I disagree. What now? Brace yourself for an extra tax hit from large mutual fund payouts. One country topped GoFundMe's list of most generous nations for the 3rd year in a row, and it's not the US. Newswatch, this surprising investing strategy crushes the stock market without examining a single financial metric. Mackenzie Scott reverses course after criticism, says she'll reveal who benefited from her latest round of billionaire philanthropy. Views around race and racism appear to be extremely entrenched. Here's how they've changed over the pandemic. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. RotoGrow is changing the world with a suite of revolutionary ag-tech products. Here's where it, stockhead. Micron affirms its support for and empowerment of women to pursue goals and aspirations. Idaho statesman. Major US, UK SEP moves, ZTE's big monetization play, Germany last hope for COVID IP waiver, China patent challenge survival rates up, dual ITC success, plus much more. I am. Crucial factors Nigeria must address for MSMEs to survive new AFCFTA regime, Guardian Nigeria. Narendra Singh Kapani, the relentless innovator behind the science of fiber optics, the new Indian Express. Kuwaiti inventor shows 4 patents at Expo Dubai, Kuwait Times. Hong Kong must strengthen IP protections if it hopes to become innovation hub, South China Morning Post. Health innovation for all, the business standard. Put patent policy to work to achieve climate goals. I am. Covels, egg cups originated in France, made way into Victorian dinner service, Maryville Daily Times. The next headlines are from Quartz. African travel, Ethiopian innovators, MTN's vaccine mandate. U.S. wage gains are being erased by inflation. Starbucks set the stage for its employees' union vote in Buffalo. Miami's tech boom is more than hype. The following headlines are from TechDirt. This week in TechDirt history, December 5-11th. PewDiePie dives into the Mark Fitzpatrick, Toei animation saga. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Max Verstappen. Anne Rice. Billie Eilish. Juliana Peña. Sixers. Stephen Curry. Cody Garbrandt. Sean O'Malley. Lomachenko. Betty White. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Germany star Kimmich expresses regret that he reverses COVID vaccine stance. Scottish government under fire for asking kids about anal sex. Prominent Fox News host announces departure after 18 years. Vaccine mandates for workers met with mass protests in Australia, video. U.S. threatening 6-figure fines for contributing to banned sites, journalist tells RT. Watch long queues for Banksy shirt supporting statue toppling protesters. Bishop stripped of powers after marrying satanic erotica writer. Double-vaxxed Omicron contacts asked to self-test daily. Territory seeking independence from France publishes vote results. Minneapolis restores police budget after defund cuts. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Biden's new regressive methane tax will raise average Americans' gas bill by 17%, op-ed. From panic selling to panic buying in 1 week. 4 states calling in National Guard to alleviate healthcare staffing crisis. World leaders have to face the truth about oil demand. 100 people feared dead in Twister outbreak as states assess damage. Mapping the NFT ecosystem. German schoolchildren subjected to ritual humiliation over their vaccine status. Disconnected, 2.9 billion people still offline. No U.S. boots, but plenty of arms, on the ground in Ukraine. A judicial kidnapping. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Pandemic health costs pushed 500 million people into poverty. Tigray rebels retake Ethiopian heritage town Lalibela, residents. Mali's leader promises election timetable by New Year. Gunmen in Pakistan kill policeman guarding polio team. On Ukraine's front line. New Caledonia rejects independence from France in third vote. Rescue efforts underway after deadly Sicily explosion. The Louisiana indigenous community fighting for hurricane justice. G7 warns of massive consequences if Russia invades Ukraine. In pictures, search continues after devastating U.S. tornadoes. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Gavin Newsom pushes for lawsuits against assault weapon manufacturers. FNC's Chris Wallace announces departure. This is my final Fox News Sunday. Bill de Blasio, without tough vaccine mandates, shutdowns could be back. Death toll, damage bill rising as tornadoes wreak havoc across central U.S. In historic first, Israeli PM Naftali Bennett flies to UAE to meet bin Zayed. Modernized Notre Dame interior redesign approved. Video, woman with Down syndrome earns black belt in karate, she is not a quitter. Brooks, Biden's not to blame for inflation rates, we're in an overheating economy. Bill de Blasio proposes rule to silence parents critical of NYC education policies. Jake Sullivan's wife pressure to recuse herself from Durham probe while working for Department of Justice. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 7 of 7, tall red-haired and blonde non-humans in Arizona and Peru. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Revolutionary technology neutralizes radioactivity around Chernobyl by 47%, using only the processes of Earth. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Cardboard habitat pods give a fighting chance to animals displaced by wildfires. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, December 12th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. 2 artists have been charged with faking Native American heritage. Florida man used flamethrower to settle parking dispute, police say. Cameron Bess, the furry influencer launching into space on board Blue Origin flight. Deeply insulting, Salmond hits out at plans to change Black Bitch Pub's name. A woman who lives in Amsterdam's red light district says it's the most fun area, but she wishes tourists would be more respectful to sex workers. Yorkshire village's Heffley Christmas tree labeled worst in the north. COVID-19, death metal band Omicron won't change its name. This woman thought she was buying a miniature pet, now she has a 250 kilograms pig. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. We invited an AI to debate its own ethics in the Oxford Union. What it said was startling. Hey, React apps, here's why UI libraries will improve your apps. iPhone 14 Pro leaks say the notch is dead, but I doubt it. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, December 12th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Amber Alert issued for 4 missing girls. Lone Peak football player flips commitment to Bayou. Charles M. Blow, I am furious at the unvaccinated. Remembering the Christmas Eve we were helped by a savior in cowboy boots. Scott D. Pierce, would you believe 5 Utahns are in one reality competition show? David Brooks, what do you say to the sufferer? Brigham Young's final resting place turns up new secrets these days, including additional graves. Letter, to protect our sacred vote from fraud, let's take a cue from the past. Look ahead, local events and things to do this week, December 12th to 18th. Letter, if news organizations are to report the truth, they cannot present facts and falsehoods equally. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. When a newspaper publishes an unsolvable puzzle. Hard drive with 7,500 Bitcoin buried in landfill. Can it be dug up? Is the internet changing the way we remember? Deadly collapse at Amazon warehouse raises questions about its cell phone ban. Judges read Capitol rioters' social media posts, gave them stricter sentences. Data on tens of thousands of South Australian government employees breached in ransomware attack. Magnus Carlsen wins 8th World Chess Championship. What makes him so great? Foreign Policy Magazine, Bitcoin failed in El Salvador. Is the answer more Bitcoin? New medicine could replace reading glasses with eye drops. 2 U.S. senators urge federal investigations into Facebook about safety and ad reach. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Crumbling St. Louis Cathedral may get a new life as a skate park and arts center. Missouri governor to tour tornado damage near Defiance. A Missouri man killed his wife in 2011 and helped write the incriminating book. I've been blessed. Some in Edwardsville recall a close call with a tornado. A tragic day in Illinois. Edwardsville Amazon rescue operation changes to recovery. Homes leveled and damaged after fatal St. Charles County tornado. Tracing the path of the tornado's damage near Defiance, Missouri. Family of Amazon worker presumed dead in Edwardsville tornado gathers to grieve. Chiefs cornerback's brother fatally stabbed in Louisiana. Number 8 Kansas roars past MISA 102-65 in border wars return. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. East County redistricting plan stirs uproar in Chaldean community. Homes embrace holiday spirit with dazzling light display. Get your skate on at these holiday outdoor ice rinks. 1 dead in minivan fire in Point Loma Heights. World War II vet celebrated with salute, love on 100th birthday. Woman falls overboard SoCal cruise ship off Mexican coast, Coast Guard. 4 hurt, including baby, when car crashes into recycling plant. Kentucky governor, storms may have killed at least 70 people. Slight warm-up expected this weekend before rain returns to area. 3 arrested in North County DUI checkpoint. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. General Dynamics gets new contract to produce iconic Abrams tanks. Romania to buy 32 more F-16s for $514 million. Japanese Navy launches newest frigate. USS Iwo Jima prepares for home port shift to Norfolk. USS Oakland ready to receive new long-range, precision strike weapon. USRC-135W spy plane flies from UK into Ukrainian airspace. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, December 12th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Woman falls overboard on Southern California cruise ship, says Coast Guard. Deadly deer disease spreading in parts of U.S., what hunters should know. How supply chain issues have caused a headstone shortage. Mexican musical icon Vicente Fernandez dies at 81. Inside California politics, Rep. Adam Schiff discusses strategy of House Republicans. Inside California politics, Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf on her city's policing plans, California violence. Inside California politics, bullpen talks Devin Nunes decision to leave Congress to work for Trump. Inside California politics, Rep. Josh Harder on soaring gas prices across the state. Peloton shares drop after and just like that shocker. Middle school in Marin County receives threats of violence on Instagram. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Vicente Fernandez, revered Mexican singer, dies at 81. Explainer, was tornado outbreak related to climate change? Spanish island volcano eruption hits local record of 85 days. Heisman 2022, who stands between Bryce Young and second trophy? As violence in Haiti spikes, aid groups struggle to help. People who help you in life may come from surprising places. For Northwest suburban school leaders, report card data during pandemic comes with asterisk. Island Lake police seek vehicle burglary suspects. Jim O'Donnell, live, from Green Bay, it's the new NBC version of an old NFL game show. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. The Blue Angels announce they will return to Seattle Seafair weekend in 2022. Seattle City Council member Kshama Sawant declares victory despite very slim lead in recall election. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Ruby 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 20,553. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.5 m, depth 10 km, in west of Macquarie Island December 12, 2021, 8:58 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Italy. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, December 12th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. What caused tornado outbreak? Warm weather a key factor, relationship to climate change unclear. Vicente Fernandez news, legendary Mexican singer dies at 81. Woman shoots and kills man during attempted robbery in Mission Bend, deputies say. Decades-old family photo from Kentucky found over 150 miles away in Indiana after tornado outbreak. Search crews crawl over casualties to get to live victims after devastating tornadoes. California governor wants to crack down on assault weapons with law modeled after Texas abortion law. How to help tornado victims, American Red Cross, Western Kentucky Relief Fund accepting donations. This California business crafted the first hot chocolate bombs. Crystal Mountain avalanche kills 1, traps 5 in snow at Washington State ski area. Grocery, restaurant prices spike, food is more expensive than it has been in decades. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Deployed guardsmen's stories for kids become children's book. Explainer, will ex-official clear up no nepotism probe? Fox anchor Chris Wallace leaving network for new adventure. Verstappen wins first F1 title with last lap pass of Hamilton. Israel's Bennett to make first official visit to UAE. Berlin, other German states offer COVID-19 vaccine to 511s. G7 warns Russia of massive consequences if Ukraine invaded. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Photos, Santokin once again brings its sloppy holiday revelry to Manhattan. Extra extra, don't be a one-dose mope. City demolition of East River Park underway in violation of court order, protesters say. Advocates demand state legislature return CUNY to tuition-free routes. Parents frustrated over lack of NYC middle and high school admissions guidance. Struggling New Yorkers set to get boost in rental assistance. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. More than $500 billion pushed into extreme poverty due to health costs. First person, cultivating Haiti's future. Homeless camps, a reflection of growing inequality in Chile. Promoting Sustainability and the UN at Dubai Expo, a UN resident coordinator blog. Mountain Day, peak ambition must be to keep our summits clean, declares veteran climber. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Unvaxxed in Austria could be imprisoned for a year. Media, hardcore vaccine refuseniks may need to be de-radicalized like terrorists and punished. Facebook says it's not liable for false fact checks used to censor, because they're protected opinion. Inflation surges near to a 40-year high, wages aren't keeping up. Why the US government is desperate to keep Julian Assange in a cage, because he's a real journalist. At least 50 are killed by tornadoes in Kentucky's deadliest storm in a century. Twisters rip through Mississippi Valley shredding nursing home and destroying Amazon warehouse. Progressive prosecutors are invoking terrorism to expand state power and advance their political ambitions. U.S. small arms and ammo arrive in Ukraine as Pentagon details troops to train country's military. CNN producer arrested, accused of raping children as young as 9. Twitter will now ban users that repeatedly claim vaccinated people can spread COVID. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did Karl Rove say we're an empire now? Kentucky hardest hit as storms leave dozens dead in 5 states. Yes, a shark in 1935 vomited a tattooed human arm in Australia. What does shadow ban mean? What is the legend of the Barghest? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. 6 states grapple with largest Toronto outbreak in our history. Prince Andrew's legal defense is a mystery even to the Queen, who is paying. Does God take naps? You'll buy this blanket for camping, and end up using it every night on the couch. The Philida and the Pac Sean King found it F-worded around and found out, again. I was bombed and shot at, and the government is lying about it. Succession finale 7 burning questions. Is Kendall dead? Is Roman toast after that dick pic? Where to go in 2022? SNL's Michael Che nails Fox News host's awful Christmas tree fire take. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Is Sandra Bullock's The Unforgivable based on a true story? Jennifer Lopez introduces new family kitten, meet Hendrix. Jeep driver killed, SUV destroyed after falling off Bronx Bridge, cops say. Stream it or skip it, blending Christmas on Lifetime wastes a perfectly good Brady Bunch reunion. Cowboys brought their own benches to FedEx Field for Washington game. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. The revolutionary James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb Space Telescope, looking back towards the beginning of time. Michael Strahan, Alan Shepard's daughter and 4 others blast off in Blue Origin rocket. The following headlines are from AlienUFOsightings.com. Former Apollo astronaut claimed ancient alien astronauts created humans, evidence in Sumerian texts. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Chris Wallace announces departure from Fox News. 1 killed, 5 survive in avalanche at Washington State's largest ski resort. Rust assistant director subpoenaed in death of Helena Hutchins. CNN staffer charged with trying to convince moms to allow him to train daughters to be sexually submissive. South African doctors see signs Omicron is milder than Delta. Kansas police officer's dog beheaded in targeted attack, authorities say. Suspected serial rapist arrested in California after brutal attacks. Kentucky governor fears 100 killed in devastating tornado outbreak. Twisters followed 200-mile track in 4 states. NYC Council Speaker's race narrows with 2 contenders emerging as most likely picks. CIT, twin panda cubs make adorable debut in French Zoo. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy commander fired after refusing to get COVID vaccine. Navy blames Hawaii water contamination on jet fuel spill. Former Fort Hood soldier sentenced to 40 years in prison for strangling woman to death. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Anne Rice, author of Interview with a Vampire, dies at age 80. Inside a Chicago COVID-19 vaccine trial for babies, toddlers, it will help all of the littles get their shots. It is a scary time. Chicago Bulls cannot overcome COVID-19 losses. 2 more players bring their outbreak to 7, in a 118-92 loss to the Miami Heat. Tornado cuts through Kentucky for 200 miles, upwards of 70 feared dead. 5 other states see casualties, including 6 in Illinois. No bail for Chicago police officer charged in fatal shooting of 29-year-old girlfriend in Galewood neighborhood. CTA workers march to bring awareness to assaults. More than 100 members and supporters of CTA unions briefly block Michigan Avenue to protest attacks against operators. 3 armed robberies within 25 minutes in Lakeview neighborhood triggers police community alert. I'll never forget you. More than 100 people gather at spot where Woom Singh Se was killed to hold vigil for 71-year-old mainstay of Chinatown. Woman passenger ejected from vehicle on Chicago Skyway after driver cut off by speeding vehicles, police say. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Tornadoes, devastating but still not well understood. Gas field tremor terror haunts Dutch villages. Strahan flies to space with astronaut's daughter, wow. Who will be the judge of country's climate plans? Vienna exhibition tests ethics of displaying human remains. Powerful tornadoes kill 83 across 6 U.S. states. Bezos Blue Origin completes 3rd crewed space flight. Rare fossil reveals prehistoric Melbourne was once a paradise for tropical pig-nosed turtles. Blue Origin poised to send NFL TV Strahan into space. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, December 12th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Nobel Prize snubs, 5 people who deserve recognition. Back from the brink, restoring prairies with fire. The best RV mattresses. How monarchs migrate without a map. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Inflation is painfully high, but some relief may be coming. Seahawks-Texans Game Center, live updates, highlights, how to watch, stream. Cockpit from City of Bangor B-52 to be displayed in Oregon. A behind-the-scenes look at Boeing's shifting leadership landscape and its profound effects. The Times Boeing expert offers context on flying blind and the sky-high challenges the company faces. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Kurtenbach, the Warriors' lack of height isn't a problem, it's an asset. Sponsored, Green Rides, 2021 Automotive Trends Report released by EPA. Sponsored, the 2021 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara 4xe Hybrid Soft-Top SUV. Column, Chicago Bears QB situation entering 2022 will look similar to 2018. Here's what Justin Fields needs to do with 5 games left this season. 5 things to watch for as the Chicago Bears visit the Green Bay Packers, including Justin Fields' first game at Lambeau Field, plus our Week 14 predictions. San Jose Community Briefs for the week of December 17th. Saratoga Community Briefs for the week of December 17th. Milpitas Community Briefs for the week of December 17th. Campbell Community Briefs for the week of December 17th. Bay Area High School Football Photos, SIF State Championship Games. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. NYC Mayor Bill de Blasio says successor Eric Adams will continue his law enforcement policies. Writer profiles every USS Arizona casualty at Pearl Harbor. Pope Francis seeks diplomatic end to Russian tensions over Ukraine. Details of Emmett Till killing still a mysterious probe ends. California Governor Gavin Newsom plans assault weapon ban in wake of Supreme Court ruling. Israel to remove security detail for Netanyahu family. Anne Rice, author of Gothic novels, dead at 80. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Don't Look Up is as funny and terrifying about global warming as Dr. Strangelove was about nuclear war. Supreme Court ruling on Texas abortion law opens door to copycat schemes everywhere. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, December 12, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Popular Mexican singer Vicente Fernández dies at 81. Interview with the vampire author Anne Rice dies at 80. As probe ends, details of Emmett Till's murder remain a mystery. Chicago Outdoors, Eagle Scout, Deer Mount, Michigan Perch Record, Smallville Delinia, Burbot Mating. Dear Abby, pet sitting in friend's filthy home grosses me out. 1 killed, 16-year-old boy among 15 wounded in shootings in Chicago since Friday evening. 6 injured in three-way crash near Dan Ryan XP in Morgan Park. Chicago tenants need protection, now more than ever. Person killed with blunt force object in Gage Park. Horoscope for Sunday, December 12, 2021. The next headlines are from the Times of India. PM Twitter hacking, over 30k cyber attacks against government this year. Celeb Tracker, today's 20 best celeb moments. Verstappen clinches his maiden F1 World Championship. Kashi Vishwanath Corridor's grand launch, 10 things to know. Want to create strong bond between players, Rohit. In pics, Ankara Carnival theme Mehinda ceremony. Nora Fatihi's beach pictures with Guru Randhawa go viral. I am Hindu, not Hindutva, says Rahul Gandhi. Saudis, tough competition for Dawin from Ruturaj. India will win indirect war against Pak-induced terrorism. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, December 12, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Preview, Jeff Rosenstock, White Oak Music Hall, December 10, 2021. The next headlines are about world records making news. Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton misses out on record 8th world title after late drama at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix sees Max Verstappen become champion for first time, Sky News. This first edition Harry Potter is the most expensive 20th century work of fiction ever sold, India Times. Torado may have broken world record, Newser. The Dominican Republic already holds the Guinness World Record for bachata, Amico Hoops. Jazz sets the Guinness World Record for the most cars in a drive-in music concert, Phone World magazine. Jacob Ingebrigtsen continues making giant strides on road to world domination, The Irish Times. Man born without legs breaks world record by running on his hands, the Comma Press news agency. Man from Bengaluru holds new Guinness World Record for memorizing the greatest 3-digit flashcards, The Hunt India. 2-year-old Saitra Buvan creates world record, DTNEXT. 496 rocket kits launch creates Guinness record at Goa Science Fest, Locknett. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Gothic horror writer Anne Rice dies at 80. Update now to fix a bug that prevents Android users with Microsoft Teams from calling 911. Apple is rolling out a manual firmware updater for AirPods. Open Channel, what DC superhero deserves a solo game next? Idris Elba ain't half-assing Knuckles the Echidna for Sonic 2. John Legend will help bring Phantom of the Opera's modern adaptation to life. Captain Carter suits up for her solo comic in 2022. Powerful tornadoes leave at least 70 dead across 6 states. This dark matter radio could tune into new physics. Better.com CEO who fired 900 employees on Zoom and behaved like trash is taking time off. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Mardi in Australia at 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Amalon in Russia at minus 100.66 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 73.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. 2C proteins change in a quadrillionth of a second, use AI. Defending quantum chess champion takes the title again in 2021 tournament. The weekend's best deals, Apple's newest AirPods, Google's Pixel 5a, and more. Vivaldi 5.0 makes web browsing on Android tablets fun again. Rumbleverse adds a melee twist to the Battle Royale. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Chris Wallace steps down as host of Fox News Sunday after 18 years. Mark Meadows describes freak out at the White House after Fox News called Arizona for Biden. Chuck Todd turns tables on GOP senator who won't admit Biden won. Do you believe you were elected? That was a lie. Chris Wallace nails Lindsey Graham for passing tax cuts even though it wasn't paid for. GOP governor schooled by Bill de Blasio over need for COVID mandates during CNN confrontation. Tyranny of the minority, DC insider torches Brett Kavanaugh. Former White House lawyer calls for charging Sidney Powell with criminal fraud. How Trump and his MAGA allies are purging the GOP of disloyal Republicans, report. Rand Paul slammed for request for Kentucky tornado aid after a history of denying help to other states. Gavin Newsom proposes bounty on assault weapons after Supreme Court Texas abortion law ruling. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Britain tells its big game hunters to piss off. An election conspiracy theorist responsible for circulating batshit coup PowerPoint spoke several times with Meadows and the Trump White House, report. NYC has seen an increase in reports of anti-Asian hate crimes. Why is the NYPD commissioner blaming it on cash bail reform? Rare December tornado cluster rips across the Midwest and South, killing scores of people. Wildlife officials will hand-feed starving Florida manatees. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Out of this world, did Earth's water come from icy comets and grains of space dust? The Guardian. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Digital addiction and ADHD, a toxic combination, the Good Men Project. Neurofee reviews, cognitive support supplement or risky scam, Whitby News Times. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. A question of mind over matter, Deccan Herald. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, December 12, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, December 12, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.